which is sort of what ChatGPT, or this is sort of what OpenAI kind of hinted at with like the 4.0 Omni model. But like, to me, it's very unclear whether or not that actually ended up happening, because I think that OpenAI does a very bad job at explaining what it's actually using.
I think they're pretending. I think they're pretending that this voice model and the one you text with is the same model. I just don't, because I just don't think it's efficient at this point. If you think about it, like, there's no way the model that has voice built into it is going to be as good as the model that just does text. Because whatever you're focusing
so
for,
you
that's what
think
your result's going to feel like. That's what I would intuit that.
I think it's all like the voice on top of it is an extra layer. So I think that model is primarily like it is voice to text, and then the text gets ported over to 4.0. But the thing that it's trained on is like the perfect connection between written English and spoken English. So it's little pauses, like when it is writing it out to give to 4.0, it'll put commas in the proper spots. It'll put exclamation marks. It'll put question marks, periods. I think it's more about that and the translation between, like a perfect translation between spoken English and written English. Because I mean, you can talk on your phone for dictation and you get punctuation and all of that. So,
I mean, the question is whether the speaking thing starts with a block of text and then turns it into, and I think one reason you could say that that's probably not the case is that the output is too fast. If you ask 4.0 to do something, it takes longer than this takes to respond. So it started its response
so
before
you think
4.0 could start a whole response. I suspect it's somewhere in between.
Okay, so you think this is like, in other words, this is a new model. Voice goes in, voice comes out. There's no inner layer of text coming out or text going in. It's just voice to voice. That's your assumption. That's your guess.
I think it's unlikely. I mean, obviously this is super speculative. I think probably voice comes in. It's almost like you could have a voice in and a voice out kind of decoder. Like you're speaking to a model that really just kind of understands kind of meaning and voice in language, and then all actual technical aspects are given to another thing. I don't know, and they're kind of really connected but separate things. I actually really don't know. And it probably, maybe based on the speed and quality of this, maybe it is all just one model. I just think it's unlikely that you could wait for a whole 4.0 response and then have it turned back into voice. And I think the voice needs to have the whole context to be able to make the voice sound this good. But I suspect.
Yeah.
Well, when you read a book, you're able to just read like the next word, and you're able to have a sort of cadence about how you're reading. So I do think it's an ongoing, like it's getting the words from 4.0, and maybe whenever 4.0 hiccups, and you know how it'll like right, stop, one of those stops might be a breath. Just gives it a little time to catch up.
Yeah, I think that they absolutely could have done clever shit.
I don't think so.
Stuff like that to make it work.
I don't.